Hey guys, Akwaba, welcome to my channel. This is Nana again to all my new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. Thank you seeing you here interacting with my content. Just a quick one before we go on. I want you guys to know that my free ebook, How to Move to Africa, is available now. You can go download it. It's free, 25 pages of all information you need to know about moving to Africa, specifically to Ghana. So download it and let's talk about our topic for today. When it comes to the topic of moving to another country and trying to find love in it and friendships and things like that, it gets very personal, and I have a few stories I want to share with you today so you can take what you need from it. But what I will tell you is that between the horny, randy married men in Accra who act like their marriages are an inconvenience to them, and to other people who don't know that you know what you're doing, dating in this country is actually very interesting. Let's go into these stories. So it was 31st December 2018. I had just moved into Ghana, fresh meat, you know what I mean? And my parents and I had a conversation about dating, getting married and stuff. At that age, at that time, I was like 26. I had not dated for like 2 or 3 years. So of course their parents, they're getting concerned. So we had a conversation and I told them, I don't want to get married. I don't want to have kids. I'm not interested in any of that at all. And they completely freaked out as any African parent will. So they did give me a piece of advice that I took, which was they said you can't like act like you're an island. You have to find somebody to spend your time with. And I did agree with them that I think that's a really good idea to find someone to spend time with. So what I did was I put myself out there the following year, 2019. I'd hang out, go on a couple of dates here and that. And so in that, I met one guy that was kind of like sticking out of the crowd, if you know what I mean. He was a pretty nice guy. We went on a couple of dates. Now, one thing that I used to do in New York that is impossible to do in Ghana is to background check people, not officially. I'm not crazy or anything. And again, don't go put anybody's picture on Twitter asking who is this. But what you want to do in order not to waste your time, because when you waste your time, you can never ever get it back. So what I did is the informal thing that we do in Ghana. Send your picture around to the friends that you already know, and then ask them like, who is this guy? What's his story? Do you know anything about him? So I did send it to a new friend I had made, one of my friends, girlfriends, and she said, ask him about his exes. So that's exactly what I did. I asked this guy, so tell me about your exes. Who have you dated before? What's your story? And then he said, oh, one of my ex-girlfriends is in the UK. One is in Canada. I was like, oh my God, he is one of these group or this genre of dating in Ghana where guys exclusively date girls from the diaspora. So African American, Caribbean, whoever else like comes from abroad, they date those girls specifically. And they usually do that, you know, in a third world country. A lot of the love and a lot of the romance is economically linked. Sorry. So people really do that in, you know, to kind of like get a one-up on people, or kind of use you as an opportunity, as a job, because what you might consider to be $100 or $200 that don't mean much to you, to people that's their whole month's salary. So people will use you for a job. And then I questioned him about that because I wanted to know, like, is that what you do? Is that your story? Is that what you're into? He, of course, made it seem like it was some coincidence and that's not what he was into. I mean, who was going to admit to this? When you look at 90 Day Fiance, you see Usman definitely like scamming this lady, but nobody wants to admit to that. So definitely he did not admit to that. So after a while, I still naively kept dating him, trying to get to know him because, you know, it was like, okay, maybe it was like, you know, something, it's not that big of a deal. Maybe he's not actually doing this. You know what I mean? Trying to give people the benefit of the doubt. And then this guy started asking me for things here and there, which is what they'll start doing, like asking you for stuff here and there. And these things are not like huge, like expensive things. But when I look at it, you're older than me. Like anyone that I would ever date is always going to be older than me. You're older than me. So why are you asking me for these things? You have a job. Why are you getting into this? So I talked to my friend again and she was like, he does this to older women. So there's also another genre of dating where some of these guys out here date women who are older. We've seen that a lot with like the white ladies coming to Africa dating these young men, but now they just really don't care what race you are, black, Ghanaian, non-Ghanaian, whatever it is that you are. These guys will date you for an opportunity. So I did confront him again and again. We had a big, huge blowout, and he said to me verbatim, he said, "You know what this is? You know what I'm about, and you should have read the room." And I was like, read the room? What I did get from that whole situation was that it was not even me that he was trying to scam, but he did do this to other women, other older women that will come across him because of his, like, he's a really good looking guy. And so I personally, I'm not going to be with a guy who does that to other people. It could be them tomorrow. It could be me now. You know, it could be me now, them tomorrow, whatever. Like, it just didn't sit well with me. So that relationship thoroughly like ended. It wasn't even a relationship, but you know what I mean? Like, we just stopped talking and that was the end of it. Now, this next one was a little bit more ridiculous and a lot more smarter than he was. And this is the one that you, as a person moving into this country, you want to look out for. I met this guy again, another guy. Now I know who not to look for. I know to not look for the guy who's trying to use you for an opportunity, or someone who's scamming other women or whatnot. So this one was a bit different. He was like 10 years older than me. I was like, okay, he's self-sufficient. He has things going on. He doesn't need you. He just wants to really be genuine with you. Somewhere across the line, this guy came with me with this job offer, this opportunity, which is another thing you need to look out for people that want to start businesses with you right away, because for a lot of foreigners, doing business in Ghana means you need to have a Ghanaian partner. It's actually the law. You need to have a Ghanaian partner. Some people will use that, you trying to find love and merge it with you trying to start a business here, and that's going to end very badly for you, because if you don't know this person from Adam, this is going to be very difficult for you to find them when they do scam you. So this guy came up with this opportunity that he's like, you're in Ghana, you're new, you don't know anybody, let me go ahead and introduce you to these people that are selling these lands, and you're going to get a good deal in the mountains. Now, the mountains is a place in Ibri. I'm actually looking at it as I'm talking to you because I'm quite close there. The lands go for like 50, 70,000 Ghana cedis, which is about $8,000 to $10,000. The place is highly coveted. It's an amazing part of the country. He was going to sell that place, a piece of that place, to be for 5,000, 6,000 Ghana cedis, so it's about $1,000. So that did not make a lot of sense to me. What have I done to deserve 90% discount? What that will mean for somebody coming to the country would be like, oh, I met this guy, he's cool, we're dating, we're whatever, and this guy's trying to help me out. Whole time, this guy might not even own the land to sell it to you in the first place. So I asked him to show me the papers to the land. Of course, like, I'm familiar with this landscape. I was born and raised here. You're not gonna scam me. Like, I know this place. I don't know it now in this modern way, but I know how much land costs. So I asked this guy to show me the papers of the land, and he came up with a whole bunch of excuses why he didn't have access to the land. So I asked him, I'm like, do you own the land? Do you know the people? And he was like, oh, it doesn't matter. All you have to do is just buy this land. Don't worry, I'll get you everything that you need. And then I knew this guy was up to no good. So we got into an argument about it again, me and my big mouth. I don't know how to shut up. And then this guy, he made me feel so bad that I questioned him. He's like, all these diaspora people don't respect local people, blah, blah, blah. He just really turned it on my head. And so I did apologize for like that outburst that I had. Later on, come to find out again through the grapevine that this is what he does. This is what he was about. Like, this is what it does. The moral of the story is you have to know people in Ghana in order for them to check people for you, and you also have to make sure everything that you're getting into, be it romantic or otherwise, you are not mixing up your money, your time, and things into these things. Like, if you came for love, it's love that you're supposed to like want and look out for, not these other extra things that come with you just trying to get to know the landscape. I'm telling you, you will run into these things, especially the retirees. I just feel so bad for a lot of them, because like, I've had so many stories about how people come and meet a young lover here, and you're trying to build a life and this person ends up turning it on their head. Like, it's a lot of stories. You don't want to be a victim. Learn from our stories. Don't let it become yours. The most ridiculous one that I've encountered was, I met this older Nigerian man. It was raining. He offered me a lift. I'm from the Bronx. I don't know why I hopped in that car. I could have been kidnapped, you guys. I could have been in somebody's basement for 10 years. But this guy was so nice. He offered me a lift. I sat in this car, and as we're driving, this guy started bitching about his wife. His wife is this, his wife had left him for a drug dealer or a rebel leader, some ridiculous story. It was the worst lie ever. And he was separated from his wife and she had left him with the kids. Now, let me clue you in Ghana, there is nothing like separated. Separated is not legal in Ghana. It's either you're married to someone or you're divorced from that person. There is nothing like you're separated. So this is another thing that I've noticed. Some of the married men treat their marriages in Accra like it's a suggestion, like almost like they were there and their marriage fell on their head and they kind of like want you to help them escape the marriage, which is like, don't do it. I mean, why would you even feel empathy for somebody like that? You're going to end up being a mistress, which is a lot of people end up being in Ghana. You're going to be a mistress. So I was like, really? This is really interesting. Whole time, this guy's wedding ring was in his cup holder. The whole time, they don't care. They don't care that they're married. They don't care that they're married. In fact, some of them even use it as a selling point to you. It's all ridiculous stuff out here. My God, it's crazy. So crazy. In Accra, separated means I live in Ghana. My wife and my kids live outside Ghana, and I'm lonely. So you're, going to be my saving grace. Separated doesn't exist. So that buzzword, don't ever fall for it. It's not the Western definition of separation. There are other terms as well that you might not get, but that one thing, separated, I hate it so much. It doesn't exist. I would say it isn't all bad. Like I have said all these things and it ain't all bad. Like I just started seeing somebody this year. He's a wonderful guy. He's decent. He's got his head screwed on straight. He has a job. Like he was living by himself. Like, you know what I mean? He's great. He's cool. So it's not all bad. What I would tell you though is it's going to take you, I've been in Ghana like almost 2 years now. And I just started dating someone. So it would take you a while for you to kind of find someone who's genuinely about you. But you should definitely take your time in finding someone, especially the retirees. Like I said, take your time, take it easy. I know some of you just really want to find love and someone to spend, your time with, but don't be in a rush to go anywhere. There are plentiful, beautiful men and women in Ghana. Whatever it is, your sexual orientation, what you prefer, and if you want to be in a polyamorous relationship, polygamy, whatever it is that you want to practice, somebody in Ghana is into that. So don't worry about that. Also, whoever it is, you're going to find somebody. Just make sure you double up on your birth control. Make sure that you're checking people out. Don't put your picture on Twitter, like I said. Okay, just don't put your picture out onto Twitter, but do your due diligence. Enjoy yourself. Take care of yourself. There's a lot of love to be found in Ghana. It's just you have to jump through all these unscrupulous characters in order to find someone that would be that match for you. So if you have enjoyed this video, kindly subscribe to this channel, thumbs up this video. I especially want to hear about your dating experiences. If you moved from where you are to another country or to Ghana, and your experiences that you had with dating, falling in love, meeting people, I would love to hear them. I'm sure other people in the comment section would love to hear them. So guys, that will be all for now. Thank you guys for subscribing, for being here. Thumbs up this video, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.